Yo, now I got homies that did shit that I could have them come and be like, yo, nigga, sit there and say something, nigga. You done went through some shit. It don't always gotta be a female situation. Although I did try to get this chick to come to there, but this bitch had caught. I'm like, this stupid bitch. Yeah. Yo, listen. Don't ask podcast. Nat Turner in a fucking building, baby. It's going down. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
hey.
You know what I mean? How to caress this shit. How to vibe with this shit. You heard?
Hey, what up, Dana Dane? What up, Marquise in the building? What up?
We out here.
Hey, so you
I
look, y'all.
appreciate y'all.
Stay tuned. We're gonna make it a short show today. We got business to handle. Um,
Yeah, gotta go get my little man from school.
yeah.
This nigga
Yo,
got in
so
some trouble. We out hanging out in front of Chick-fil-A right
can we tell
now.
the fans what Lil Man just did?
Yo, listen, my son 14, he just FaceTimed me and then told his friends like, yo, say hi to my dad. And it was all a setup. Cause then all you hear was like, your dad's famous. And I'm like, yo, son, don't believe him. It's false advertisement. Your dad is just your dad. You know what I'm saying? And these kids is 14. So
That's about the right age. You start
I'm
hitting
like,
that Google
wow.
search,
Nah,
nigga.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, what could I say? Nigga, I can't take my career back. You know what I'm saying?
So is it weird your son start he's showing you off though now? He like he
Low
got a
key, that's what he was doing.
he got a trump
And this
card,
is the
nigga.
first time one other time I went to get him, I kind of peeped it, but they was just on the call. Oh, like your car, I got a car kids would probably fucking love. You know what I mean? So they be on my car. So I just chalked it up as that. But this the first time I was he clearly was like,
Put that
yo,
bait out
you know what
there,
I'm
look,
saying? I'm
shawty.
I'm showing off. This my dad, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay, little nigga.
So
You know what I'm saying?
that make you feel good though, like you know, as a dad, your son, you
It
know,
it well, I guess it'll make me feel bad if it hurt him,
right?
if he
Okay,
was teased about it or something like that. Then it'll make me feel bad for sure.
right, right.
But being that it seems that he's getting it's a cool look for him that okay, I'm cool with that. My only fear was if he's gonna get teased about it or talk shit about it. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
But I'd rather it be this way than the other way. You feel me? So yeah, I feel good about it. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, he's surrounded by a bunch of them ladies, man.
Huh?
I say he was surrounded by a bunch of them ladies, so I feel him.
Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah, I
she
feel him.
FaceTimed me. It was like
Yeah,
4, 5 little girls. And I was like, oh my
yeah.
god. They all waving. I'm like, yo,
They
this
probably
nigga's
they
lit. Him
they
and his homeboys.
they
You know what I'm
probably was like,
saying?
that ain't your dad. He was like, that is my dad.
Yeah, that's my dad.
That
Nigga,
ain't
what
your
you
dad.
talking? Yeah, they think he
FaceTime her.
lying and shit. Till the day I pulled up and got him from school, then they was like, oh shit, that is your dad.
That's dope, man. I remember being in high school, man, and my pops did like in Living Color and shit. He did Jamie Foxx show, a couple of shit, and he had the sick ass Tahoe on like 24s. This one 20 when rims was everything.
You know
So
what? I didn't know that. Like I gotta do my history on your pops a little more. Like I know him from playing basketball at the thing with
right,
like you know
right,
what I'm
right.
saying. Didn't really fully know the
Yeah,
scope of his relationship with Jane. None of that.
that
It
nigga
was
was on
just
Living
cool
Color.
niggas. You too, just cool niggas I know. Like yo, what up? I never knew none of the back history on y'all or what. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's interesting even for me to hear these things that you telling me. So yeah, that's a
That
good
shit
look.
was that shit was cool to see the nigga pull up and come get me from school, and kids would be like, "Nigga, that's your dad, nigga. I seen that nigga on Whoopty Whoop," you know. So I feel your son, man. It's a good feeling because it can always be the opposite, you know.
Yeah.
You always got the kids who like, man, fuck my dad, nigga. You like,
Hmm.
whoa, whoa, nigga. So you know, it could always be on some shit like that. So that's a good vibe though. So also off cam, we was talking a little bit about aggressive women. Uh, we ain't go. We not saying no names today, y'all. Um, but check it. So I was looking on what the fuck is this? I want to I like to quote my sources. So let's see. This is from
Casamigos to the face.
fusion.com, right? It says that it's potentially the explanation for men not liking aggressive women, sexually aggressive women, right? Is because they're associated with cheating. Um, and let's start there. So they said they're associated with cheating. So I don't know. Do you feel like if a woman is overly sexually aggressive, that's like is that an in thing for you? Is it out? You being a superstar in that category,
Well,
or maybe not even sexually
I'm not a
aggressive.
superstar in the category of aggressive women. I mean, that's just a whole nother category. But what I can say is this: um, I be on some regular civilian shit. Niggas don't really understand that. Like, you can't. I mean, I look at you crazy. You approach me on some porno shit. Like, I'll be
Right.
like, this is not. You know what I'm saying? So I think girls think that sometimes they gotta be aggressive, maybe, or maybe they just are naturally aggressive. But either way, I don't. That shit is whack to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, mom, I'm supposed to be the aggressive one. What the fuck is you doing?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, do you think it's because of your profession? Like, you think women feel like they have to be more sexual?
I think that could be the case.
That's fucked up.
I think that could be the case. That could be the case.
They just put a little extra titty,
Or
little
yeah, or they
cleavage out.
probably just expect me to be a certain way that I'm really not. You know what I'm saying? That this it's like me being a football player. Would you think I just ready to tackle niggas all day? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, motherfucker. Like,
Oh,
okay, I play football on Sundays, but I ain't trying to be tackling motherfuckers on a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Try to
facts.
catch no passes on a Tuesday.
Now, 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 what about this though? Because let's say you
Don't
get
ask podcast. We in the building.
you get the aggressive women, right? Let's say you get the sexy aggressive women who just assume because of your profession they can just say whatever they want to you, right? Treat you like you play football every day, right? Okay. Now, do you prefer that? Is that an easier one to deal with, or the women who totally like just ignore the fact that what you did as a profession, and they try to approach you as if
Well, I want them to ignore the fact of what I did for my profession. I think that's feeds into me
okay,
just being me, Keith. You know what I mean? So if you come at me without knowing what I did for a living and none of that, just on some normal shit, I think I thrive better in that environment. But then I always say to myself, let me get this out. Let me get this out as soon as I can
what does
because
that mean? You
to
gotta
get the
explain it.
information out.
Got you.
I am who I am, ma. This is what it is. I gotta get the information out as fast as I can because it'll look like later on I was trying to be
Like a shady nigga. Yeah,
deceiving or something.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though you never ask me what I do, you don't ask me what I do. I ain't gonna just be like, hey, my name Keith. Oh, hey, oh, by the way, I'm Nat Turner. I do porno. Like that's just not how that works. If the
What
conversation get to that, it get to that. You know what I'm
now?
saying?
Now, what if the woman knows, right? But she's still treating you like the average Joe Smoke. So she hit you with the why this girl liking your Instagram pictures. Do you still talk to your ex women you used to work with?
Nah,
Do you
nah,
ever get
that's
put in that category?
nah. Because when they know that, they understand. They if that comes after that, obviously that's why. Like, you know what I'm
Now you look like that, bitch.
saying? Like, bitch, you know I am. Why would you get mad? If somebody liked the picture in a certain way, or made a particular comment
See, that's
to
what
me,
regular
or
civilians.
act like a fan to me, or something like that.
That's what us
If
civilians have to deal with.
Yeah, civilians definitely have
Yeah,
to deal with that
yeah.
aspect of me, but at the end of the day, when you get to know me, it's like he's just a dude. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's just a regular dude. That was a hustle for me. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Shit was a straight hustle for me. It wasn't about me wanting pussy or needing pussy or obsessed with fucking or something. I nigga, I'm trying to eat and not go to jail for it. You know what I'm saying? Because nigga just did
facts,
7 years in the pen.
facts.
So if you gonna give me that, then I'm gonna do that. You know
Now,
what I'm saying?
do you think the women in that world become more aggressive in their regular life, or is it more toned down?
Man, listen, y'all be fans of some of these porno girls and all that, and it's love. My hat goes off to them. It's a hard profession. I mean, you gotta have balls to really succeed in it and do your thing. But at the end of the day, a lot of them not even sexual after what you may see them do
Right.
on set or on a scene or some shit like that. And then half of their personalities is not what you really even think. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's they wipe that makeup off and put a fucking farmer suit on with a straw hat and put the little bark the little tree bark hanging
Yep.
out their mouth and be like, all right, it was nice working with you. Be like, damn, this a whole nother bitch.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? This bitch
Facts.
is a whole nother person. You know what I'm saying? She just was fly as hell, all that acting mad sexual. Soon as that shit is over, it's a whole nother person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, 9 times out of 10, when it comes to these females, y'all a fan of a fantasy for real. It's not really how they
Damn.
are.
It's a good. That's a very good.
And it's only when the camera rolling it's all and I'm like, bitch, that's not you. Stop it. I get it. It's acting.
Right.
We're all acting, bro.
That's what
You know
y'all
what
should
I'm
just say. You
saying?
guys are actors.
We're
Nigga.
acting.
Yeah.
Don't get it fucked up. We're acting. You know what I'm saying? And most of these bitches is acting.
See, I feel
They
like
not sexual.
when men think of porn stars, they think of women who have sex on camera, right? Not women acting out sex on camera. You know what I'm saying? Which
Yeah,
and I think that would make
the
it
acting part fucked
that would
up.
make it make way more like it'll bring you back down to earth a little bit. So you could just understand like there was a chick, somebody I forget what's her name, but somebody brought a girl here. She was like fucking toothpick, but she looked like she could have been a Harry Potter nigga. And she builds apps on her off time for fun.
Uh-huh.
And
But if
nigga,
you seen a scene of her, you'd be
bro,
like probably like,
right.
oh
She showed
shit,
us a scene,
this bitch is
insane, right?
ill.
But as I'm looking at the scene, I'm not even putting it together. That's the same
That's
chick
the
sitting
same
next to me.
person at all.
I'm totally watching as if she's not there. I'm just like, oh shit, this is a little aggressive, you know.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. Like most of the time, it's not even the same vibe.
It's not the
You
same
wouldn't even have
vibe at
you
all.
wouldn't even have a clue.
You could easily meet if you don't know you're not a fan, you could easily meet one of them and have
Facts.
no idea. Would never put them in that category at all. If you see them at Ralph's shopping or Food Town or whatever fucking supermarket y'all got in your town, you'll be like, this is just a regular just house mom or somebody little sister or some shit. But then come to find out, this bitch
Freak
is
elite.
a beast. You know what I'm saying?
Freak
When that
elite.
film, when that camera come on, you know what I'm saying?
So
It's acting, bro.
what profession of women in your experience do you think are the most aggressive? Like nurses, the 9 to 5 women, professional women,
I think
moms.
I think the 9 to 5 regular chick is just as aggressive as any one of these porno chicks that you think. And we're talking outside of work. We're
Yeah, I'm
talking
talking
about
about
just regular day.
regular
Not
day.
okay. You gonna get in front of the camera. You gonna be extra because you know a camera running.
Right.
And you know you want your career to go further. So why you can't just lay there and be a lame? Nigga, you better perform or you won't be getting called back. You know what I'm saying? No callbacks for you. So I get it. I'm talking about naturally
In the civilian
because
world.
I've definitely had my share of both.
That's why I'm asking you.
It's civilians and actual porn stars. So it's like I think civilians, because they want to maybe live that fantasy, but just don't got the balls to. You know what I'm saying? So they do it more in they private, and that's cool. But I think the more wilder times maybe was no camera than nah, it's hard to say. Did a lot of wild shit in front of the camera, but yeah, nah, I take that back. Maybe I don't know. It might just pan itself out a little bit
Any
because
profession in the civilian world that sticks out that you can find
that,
those women are a little more
that I
hyper.
could.
Yeah. Because he who thinks says nurses and trainers. Now I've heard about nurses. I've never dealt with nurses, but I worked in the gym for a couple years, and I'm gonna tell you this firsthand, man. Female trainers, they fucking. Nigga, if your girl's a trainer, nigga, she work at a gym, she fucking, nigga. Like I'm sorry to tell you this,
Yeah, he said female trainers like the fuck.
bro.
I hear you.
When I worked at 24-hour Fitness in Sherman Oaks, everybody was fucking. Everybody was fucking everybody, nigga. The
Yeah.
front desk staff was fucking the front
But
desk staff.
that's any job environment. I think at the end of the day, any job, like that's where you naturally get most of your action from. Where you go to work
That's
at,
true.
or
That's
whatever.
true. That's true.
Well, even if it's the adjacent building, wherever you
Right.
go,
The
you
Taco
work
Bell
at
on
your
the corner,
environment. You
nigga.
there every
Yeah.
day, and it's easier for somebody to fall for you. They gotta see you every day. You chopping it up every day. Even if they don't want to come, they gotta come because you gotta work. So then it's like it's no escape. You know what I'm saying? The nigga, if you could put your charm on the right way, I think in job situations is I think naturally the best situation to be in. The motherfucker that work with you or work around you or work with you or work for you or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
all,
Those are the easy relationships to start, other than just finding somebody and meeting them somewhere and blah blah blah, and then starting from there. I think so.
somebody said
Work
an attorney.
relationships is
What about attorneys? What you think about attorneys?
attorney.
Like women with power. You think women would they kind of have to?
Women with power. Uh, I think they just be just as regular as everybody else, man. I don't never put none of that. Like,
Well,
you
hold
could
on.
be the female attorney general of the nation or some crazy shit, bitch. You fucking, and you're vulnerable to feelings. You're emotional. You're gonna feel some kind of way. You're gonna want to have sex. It's just that's natural. Whether it's behind closed doors, people. I mean, like, that's just like saying Janet wasn't fucking, or Janet Jackson wasn't
Janet
fucking,
Jackson was fucking y'all.
or Mariah. Like, all
Y'all
these
don't know.
stars or whoever you think it is
But
what
you
it
know, that's
is.
good. But people probably think that Janet Jackson don't be fucking.
How would you think that?
Because people in people's, this is what I realized about the world, right? Living in California, I've met every bad bitch you can imagine. At least in my lifetime. Like,
Uh huh.
I met Halle Berry, Stacey, all of them.
Facts.
And I've been in a
Facts.
close enough proximity to them. If the situation where I could have did some shit.
Uh huh.
That's California. I think in some places where you don't see these people, you don't think they're accessible to normal people. You don't think nigga bumping a Halle Berry at Target.
Hmm.
And if your game on point, nigga, you catch on a bad day or off day, nigga, you fuck around and
You
crack her.
have an opportunity. I think it's still hard because they tend to stay in they price range, they price bracket when it comes to that. Because you got how many times any of them stars marry somebody that just was a regular dude with no bread like that. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Facts.
And we could
What's
Google
my
all
nigga
day,
Kevin
but
Featherline? My nigga Kevin Featherline cracked
huh?
Britney Spears.
See that Kevin Featherline
You feel me?
dancer for that's what I said. Workplace.
Yeah. Then the
He's
dancer
he's
he
behind the
got J
bitch
Lo.
dancing
You
every
right,
fucking day.
nigga.
They fucking
Easy
rehearsing
money.
together, bumping and grinding. At some point, yeah, you could. That's a better way to shoot your
Yeah.
shot. You know
That's
what
why
I'm
I say
saying?
the gym, bro. Like all that nigga, you're looking at abs and ass all day.
Mhm.
You're bound to fuck. Like it's only a matter of time. Hormones, sweat, all of that shit's taking place. And I
Yeah,
think with nurses, they got rooms and shit. You know what I'm saying? So you can go into a room and get that
man,
shit
listen.
cracking.
It goes down way more than motherfuckers think. It's just people do it privately, but everybody got the same sexual needs. Like, unless you just, I don't know, you a fucking Mormon or some shit.
Any
Even I think
profession you
they be
prefer?
fucking.
Any profession you prefer? So, like your man, I don't know if you listen to Kevin Samuels, but he always kind of downplays nurses, um, and certain types of women that have certain kind of jobs, right?
Nah,
What about what about you?
I'm not. I mean, you don't want the chick that got the book. You know what I mean? I guess to me, you got a good career and it's going somewhere, and you could add to the situation. I think
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
really tripping.
I'm not talking about her making money. I'm just talking about the personality that goes with the profession, right?
Or the
Yeah.
personality that goes with the
So, like, is there
profession.
any profession that you prefer or you kind of stay away from?
I never really looked at it like that. Like, a bank teller gonna have a different
For
personality than a
uh,
doctor, bitch,
for example, when I was younger, I used to fuck around with. I used to just date models and singers. That was my vibe. And then I realized
models and who
singers. But
and singers.
but then I
Okay.
realized the personality type that goes along with those people in general. Not saying
Hmm.
every single one of them. Then I realized I don't get along with that personality type. So I had to kind of steer away from
So
that kind
you
of shit.
think it's a certain personality that a singer has, a certain
Yeah, that wants to be
personality
a singer,
that
that wants to get on
an
stage and
actor has, certain personality
absolutely,
that a
absolutely,
comedian will have, certain
absolutely,
personality that a doctor will have.
absolutely, absolutely. I come to find like yeah, at least in my experience, right? Like if you're a model, you're gonna be a little more free about just taking your clothes and shit off, all that
Yeah,
kind of shit. So if that's not my vibe, right? If my woman's a singer, she gonna have to stay at the studio late night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning to get her work done. All these kind of things go into that. I prefer a woman who don't want to be out that late, who want to be, that's what I mean. So I don't know. Do you ever date in that category? Or you just date based on how you vibing
nigga,
with
my
that woman?
mama. No, matter of fact, it was my daddy. He said, "Nigga, love who love you, man."
Uh,
And it makes
that's
sense
game.
then, but then as years went on, it made sense. It
That's
went
real
over my
game.
head when he first told. I was like, "Nigga, what are you? Come on, old timer, you old Alabama ass nigga, what are you talking about?" But love who love you, bro. I think that start to weigh more important in my life as I got older. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
I definitely didn't get it then. I'm still chasing around like a fucking, you know what I mean? But love who love you, I think that plays an important part, and you should look into that, man. So you trying to figure out, oh, cause she a nurse or she a doctor or she, you know what I'm saying? If she love you, she love you. You know what I mean? No matter what kind of profession she is, she love is love. You know what I'm saying? Love is love.
Hey, you know what? I think that's a good way to end this.
Facts.
That's some good game right there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this show real quick. Listen, if you guys want to watch it again, you guys want to watch the Havana Ginger interview, subscribe to the Patreon. Everybody's been hitting me up about that. They love that interview, by the way. So anytime,
Oh, she could
yeah,
come back too.
yeah. So y'all hear that Havana Ginger's gonna come back, man. So if you
Yeah,
guys
she
want to
could
see
come.
that,
She'll come back.
if you guys have any questions you want to ask her or Nate, put in the comments, and I'll make sure I get them questions across. All right. Until then, hit them with your slogan, Nate.
Yo, listen. Don't Ask Podcast. Appreciate y'all coming out. Love is love. We out of here. It's a short one. I gotta go get my kid from school. You know what I'm saying? For this nigga get into something.
Shout out to Lil Man. Hey man, don't ask podcast. Nat TURNHER. Make sure you guys subscribe. Hey Trina, shut up, nigga. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys leave a comment. And hit that OnlyFans too, man.
Yo, hit that OnlyFans. OnlyFans Nat Turner / Nat Turner.
If y'all hear that dog,
Appreciate the support.
Nat's about to get into the
Even
dog world,
Yeah,
man.
I'm about to get into the dog breeding.
So I'm trying to.
So I want y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta bring my dog around him
Want
so
some
he get,
puppies.
he fall in love with the dogs, man. So y'all be on the lookout for that. We gonna get that cracker too. We gonna have a whole kennel. Nat Turner
Nat
kennel.
Turner's
Nigga.
dogs.
Yeah.
Nat Turner dog kennel.
Dude shit.
Dude shit.
We out, man.